Welcome back to the Walnut. Now we are considering an interesting type of operation from the topic ratios. So this is nothing but combining ratios. A frequently tested type of question you can expect from this concept. What is combining ratios? So I just give a simple example. Suppose we just consider the ratio A is to B. This is equal to 3 is to 4. And another one ratio, that is B is to C. So this is 5 is to 6. So we have two ratios here. But understand one very important point. In both the ratios, B is a common term. So here B is a sharing term here. A is to B, that's equal to 3 is to 4, and the second ratio starts from B onwards. This is B is to C, 5 is to 6. And we have to find out then what is A is to B is to C. So this is called combining two ratios. How to find A is to B is to C? I will give you a very effective and interesting way of combining process. So here we are going to find out A is to B is to C. So you just follow a pattern-wise multiplication for combining two ratios like this. What do you want to do? First you just multiply these two values together. That means 3 into 5. So that's the first value representing for this A. And next you have to multiply diagonally 5 into 4. And the third step, that is 4 into 6. So this is a very interesting and the easiest way for combining two ratios like this. So how we can conclude? This is 3 into 5. That's equal to 15. And the second value, 5 into 4. So that's equal to 20. And the third value, 4 into 6, which is equal to 24. Got it? So simply we got the answer. What is A is to B is to C? In some situations, after this combining form, there may be a common factor for all the three outputs. Then you have to simplify it further. Otherwise, keep it in this form itself. This is the answer. And one more important point. If you need to find out only A is to C, for example, in this case, A is to C, what do you have to consider? Only this first operation and the last operation. So here, first operation 5 into 3, 15. And the last operation 6 into 4, 24. Here we know that a further simplification is possible because 3 is a common factor for both these values. So while we are dividing both the values by 3, this is 5 is to 8. Clear? So this is the simple version of combining two ratios. Very frequently you will get the questions in this form itself. Sometimes it may be a part of a word problem. There also you have to combine two ratios. And the next example, there we are considering the combining three ratios together. Suppose we just consider another one example here. P is to Q. So suppose that is 1 is to 2. And Q is to R. So now that is 3 is to 4. And R is to S. So here this is 5 is to 6. Here, how to combine these three ratios together? So there, the easy way. While we are combining these three ratios, the very important point, which is the end value here, algebraically, that is Q, the same value should be the starting value here. Then only we can combine the ratios together. So P is to Q, 1 is to 2, Q is to R, 3 is to 4, R is to S, 5 is to 6. Then we are going to find out what is P is to Q is to R is to S. Here again, we have to develop similar type of a pattern for the multiplication process. So here, first step, we just multiply all these values together. How you can connect it? So here, we can see 2 columns and 3 rows here. Got it? So for getting the first value, you just multiply all the values from the first column. For the subsequent steps, we are removing each value from row wise. That means for the second multiplication process, you just replace the first value from first row with the second value from the first row. That means the second operation will be like this: 2 into 3 into 5. And for the third step, we are replacing the second value also with the corresponding right column value. So at that time, the operation will be like 2 into 4 into 5. Got it? And the last step, the entire values from second column. That is 2 into 4 into 6. So while we are multiplying these values, you will get the answer clearly. Here, this is 1 into 3 into 5. That is 50. The second value, 2 into 3 into 5. That's equal to 30. And third value, 2 into 4 into 5. So that's equal to 40. And the last value, 2 into 4 into 6. 48. Got it clearly? So then observe whether there are any common factor for these all values. No, there is not any common factor for all these values. Therefore, this itself is the answer. Once you got this pattern clearly, you can easily combine 4 ratios together. Now we can consider such an example, 4 ratios. Suppose we just consider A is to B. That is 2 is to 1. B is to C. 3 is to 4. C is to D. 1 is to 5. And D is to E. So that is 3 is to 2. Here we have 4 ratios. In this case also, we have to make sure this nth value should be the starting value for the immediately next ratio. Then only we can contain the ratios together. BB here, CC here, DD here. So then how to combine these ratios? Here we are going to find out A is to, B is to, C is to, D is to, E. Got it? For finding this one, first step, take the entire value from this first column. That means 2 into 3 into 1 into 3. And we are replacing it from this point onwards. So take this value from second column, rest all values from first column. And for the next step, take this value 2. So then 1 into 4 into rest value from first column again. And for the next step, take these 3 values from second column and this value from first column. And for the last step, take all these values from second column. So this is a way to find the corresponding combining values. So here we can find out what is the final result here. So here the first value, 2 into 3 into 1 into 3. So that is 18. And for the second value, 1 into 3 into 1 into 3. That is 9. And third, 1 into 4 into 1 into 3. That's equal to 12. And the fourth value, 1 into 4 into 5 into 3. So that's equal to 16. And the final value, 1 into 4 into 5 into 2. So that's equal to 40. Then we got the answer easily. Frequently you will get such a type of question in almost all the aptitude type of exams. Hope you got it clearly. Thanks for watching.